I do it because I want to do it, not because I have to do it. Whereas Pacquiao, at his age, which is sad that he has to fight.
Manny Pacquiao is really considering of coming back to professional boxing. I think that would be a good measurement and sign and a marketing for him when he returned to
debate of who is the greatest boxer of all time.
And that would be you?
I don't know. That's why I'm still keep fighting.
Floyd Mayweather has finally commented on the highly anticipated return of his longtime rival, Manny Pacquiao, who at 46 years old is making his way back to the ring. Their famous 2015 showdown, which captivated the boxing world, remains one of the most talked about bouts in history. Mayweather and Pacquiao's rivalry is one of boxing's most iconic. In his first public response to Pacquiao's comeback, Mayweather addressed the buzz with a blend of respect, caution, and a subtle challenge. Fans and experts are now wondering if this could reignite one of boxing's greatest rivalries or set the stage for something even bigger.
Manny Pacquiao vs. Mario Barrios is a done deal. Fight will either happen July 19th or July 26th in Las Vegas or San Antonio. And it's not going to be a pay-per-view. It's going to be free on Amazon Prime. Whew. We blast Jake Paul for these types of fights. And yet a current world champion and Mario Barrios is going to go up to Manny Pacquiao. Listen, I get it. You get to share the ring with the legend of Manny Pacquiao, one of the greatest to all ever do it. But he's been retired now. He's already in the Hall of Fame. Manny Pacquiao did not look good in his previous exhibition he did last year either. Mario Barrios should easily run laps around Manny Pacquiao, destroy him. Why are we wasting time with this type of fight?
Manny Pacquiao, the legendary Filipino boxer and the only fighter in history to win world titles in 8 different weight divisions, is set to make an incredible return to the ring at 46 years old. After retiring in 2021 following a unanimous decision loss to Eudenis Ugas, Pacquiao has announced plans to challenge Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title in July 2025. This comeback fight is especially meaningful, as the WBC welterweight title was the first world championship Pacquiao ever won, after claiming the WBC flyweight title in 1998.
What's your next fight you're working?
You're not working now.
Where? Oh, you going to New York?
No.
I'm saying. You know, I told someone that he's one of the main coaches here, and they said, why is Roberts Gardner a coach? They thought he was the guy. No, I'm serious. Someone thought that you were the Gardner guy.
Blas?
Yeah, no, someone seriously, one of the boxing reporters. No, Blas. I said, no, he's not. Yeah, of course, he's a legend. Where is he? The firefighter.
They thought I was
Because they saw the videos and they got confused. Oh, Mikey's here. Who's the guy with Mikey?
I don't know.
Who's the guy with Mikey? Okay, really quick. Manny Pacquiao. It looks like he's fight Barrios July 19th. Who wins?
Mario Barrios, a 29-year-old boxer from San Antonio, Texas, currently holds the WBC welterweight title. He secured this title with a dominant win over Eudenis Ugas in September 2023, knocking Ugas down twice and winning by unanimous decision with scores of 118 to 107 twice and 117 to 108. This victory marked a major milestone in Barrios' career, solidifying his status as a full champion following Terence Crawford's move to the super welterweight division. Barrios has shown great enthusiasm about the potential to face Manny Pacquiao, expressing, "I'm thrilled about the possibility of this fight. Manny Pacquiao is a future Hall of Famer, a legend, and someone I looked up to. To share the ring with him would be an honor and a dream come true." This statement reflects Barrios' deep respect for Pacquiao's remarkable career and his eagerness to challenge himself against one of the sport's greatest. The potential matchup between Pacquiao and Barrios has sparked widespread attention in the boxing world, with fans and experts sharing varied opinions. WBC President Mauricio Suleiman has shown strong support for the fight, praising Pacquiao's legendary status and the history of former champions making successful comebacks. He commented, "I like the idea very much. I believe Pacquiao can beat or be competitive with any fighter today. This endorsement reflects the WBC's confidence in Pacquiao's enduring appeal and competitive edge. Pacquiao's advisor, Sean Gibbons, also views the fight as a promising opportunity, calling Barrios the ideal opponent for Pacquiao. Gibbons described the fight as a 50-50 challenge, but one that Pacquiao could win, emphasizing that Barrios' style could complement Pacquiao's strengths, making it both a competitive and favorable match for the veteran boxer.
We have Sean Gibbons here, Manny Pacquiao's right-hand man, advisor, head of MP Promotions. Sean, I know you spent a lot of time with Manny Pacquiao over recent weeks and months. There's a lot of conversations about Manny's comeback. What is the latest that you could offer and the update around the potential matchup with Mario Barrios?
Well, the latest is Manny's fighting an exhibition on 28th in Japan. So, you don't want to really look past that. But if he's successful there, Mario Barrios, we've talked about Conor Ben, which I believe was a great fight. That would have been a tremendous fight. We could have done it in England. We could have done it in the U.S. We could have done it in Riyadh season. But the fact that he wasn't able to come off the suspension, that put the brakes on that. So that brought us to Mario Barrios. He's the WBC world champion. Manny's first belt ever many years ago was a WBC belt. So
Floyd Mayweather believes Manny Pacquiao's decision to return to the ring is likely motivated by financial reasons, something that many retired fighters consider when making comebacks in boxing. Aging boxers often seek one final big payday, especially if they haven't fully settled into life after boxing. However, Mayweather acknowledges that Pacquiao's talent is still remarkable, stating that even when Pacquiao isn't at his best, he's still better than many of today's top fighters. This shows Pacquiao's exceptional skill and ring intelligence, which remain sharp despite his age. His experience, speed, and unique fighting style still make him dangerous, even though he's no longer in his prime. The primary concern, though, is the physical risk of fighting younger opponents, which could be significant. Mayweather's comments reflect a mix of respect for Pacquiao's legacy and caution about the risks involved in returning to high-level competition after retirement. The rivalry between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao is one of the most iconic in boxing history, lasting more than a decade. Their long-awaited 2015 fight was the culmination of years of talks, delays, and fan demand. The negotiations began in 2009 when both fighters were at the peak of their careers, but issues such as drug testing protocols and promotional conflicts delayed the matchup. Mayweather wanted Olympic-style drug testing, which Pacquiao initially rejected, leading to a breakdown in talks. Other issues, like network contracts and purse splits, kept the fight from happening sooner. Finally, on May 2, 2015, the two legends fought at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas in what was billed as the fight of the century. Mayweather entered with an undefeated record of 47-0, while Pacquiao boasted a May 2, 57 record. The fight set records, generating over 4.66 million pay-per-view buys and more than $600 million in total revenue, making it the highest-grossing boxing match ever at that time. In the ring, Mayweather relied on his signature defensive strategy, using counterpunching and footwork to neutralize Pacquiao's aggressive style. Pacquiao had difficulty landing significant punches and later revealed he had suffered a shoulder injury before the fight. After 12 rounds, Mayweather won by unanimous decision, with judges scoring the fight 118-110, 116-112, and 116-112. Despite the massive hype, the fight received mixed reactions, with some fans and critics disappointed by the lack of excitement. However, the bout solidified Mayweather's legacy as one of the best defensive boxers of all time and added another milestone to Pacquiao's remarkable career. After their fight, both continued to compete, with Mayweather retiring undefeated at 50-0 and Pacquiao winning more titles before retiring in 2021. The Mayweather-Pacquiao rivalry remains one of the defining moments in boxing, showcasing the sport's athleticism, strategy, and global appeal.
Any version of Mayweather would have always beaten Pacquiao, in my opinion. I think Mayweather would have always done what's necessary for Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao had a greater career, but I think Mayweather is a better fighter. And I think Mayweather had the right things for somebody like Pacquiao. I mean, he had the right one-punch speed. He had the right IQ. He was bigger than Manny with longer arms. He had great feet. It's just a kryptonite for Manny Pacquiao. I personally thought so.
Manny Pacquiao spoke about that he shouldn't have.
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather, yeah.
Because it's a time and a place for everything. I'm not going to say he's right and I'm not going to say he's wrong. You know, but it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing. Just by you saying my name, they gave me a check for $4 million. He said my name when he didn't supposed to. Remember I said, it's a time and a place for any and everything.
Manny Pacquiao's decision to return to boxing comes after his time in politics, including a run for the Philippine Senate. His advisor, Sean Gibbons, confirmed that Pacquiao plans to end his legendary career by reclaiming the WBC title, which is meaningful to him, as it was the first major belt he won. The fight is expected to take place in Las Vegas, with venues like the T-Mobile Arena or MGM Grand being considered. Although the date and venue are not finalized, it's expected to happen in late July 2025 after Pacquiao wraps up his political duties. This comeback has sparked debate in the boxing community, with fans and analysts questioning whether a 46-year-old Pacquiao can challenge a younger active champion. Pacquiao, however, remains confident, citing his experience and the fact that he hasn't taken much punishment in recent years as reasons why he could make a successful return. In July 2024, Pacquiao fought Japanese kickboxer Rukia Ono in a 3-round exhibition match at Japan's Saitama Super Arena. Originally set to face Chihiro Suzuki, Pacquiao encountered challenges when the taller Ono stepped in. Ono's height and reach advantage allowed him to land jabs and combinations, keeping Pacquiao at a distance. Pacquiao struggled to break through Ono's defense and had difficulty with his footwork due to the thick ring matting. Despite a strong effort in the final round, the match ended in a draw. Pacquiao later admitted that he wasn't at his best, only being at about 60% form.
The bout
not
concluded without a knockout,
fight.
resulting
Gibbons
in a draw.
attributed this to Pacquiao's under-preparation, saying he didn't come in at 100% and was a bit too relaxed. Boxing experts have offered mixed opinions on Pacquiao's comeback. Promoter Ben Shalom acknowledged the draw of returning to the ring, but warned of the health risks involved, pointing to past examples of fighters whose later career comebacks had negative consequences. He said, "It's hard to say, but if you have enough money in the bank, you need to protect your health." Shalom also highlighted the challenges aging athletes face when attempting comebacks, noting that many fighters are driven by the excitement of competition. He added, "Fighters are addicted to that buzz, and it's hard to replace it in those final years." Legendary promoter Bob Arum also advised Pacquiao to retire to protect his health, expressing concerns about the long-term impact of continued fighting, particularly in reference to the neurological damage suffered by Muhammad Ali. Arum warned, "He's over 40, he's got to watch out. I really am worried."
Don't start the boxing like that.
Yeah, it's lazy, right? Just kind of...
Yeah, when you do the boxing like that, what is that for? Because you can apply that in a habit. You become a habit. When you start the boxing like...
Woo! Woo! The speed is still there. Woo!
Max Kellerman makes a strong case for Manny Pacquiao being considered the greatest pound-for-pound boxer of all time, though he acknowledges that Sugar Ray Robinson is often seen as the top choice. Kellerman's argument is built on two main points: the incredible range of Pacquiao's achievements across multiple weight divisions and the high level of competition he faced during his prime. That Pacquiao's career is remarkable for its breadth. He is the only boxer to have captured world titles in 8 different weight divisions, spanning from flyweight to light middleweight, a total of 39 pounds. This accomplishment highlights his versatility and ability to compete successfully against larger fighters. On the other hand, while Sugar Ray Robinson's career was legendary, his dominance was mainly confined to 2 weight classes, welterweight and middleweight. Although Robinson's record, with 174 wins and 109 knockouts, is certainly impressive, his success came within a more limited weight range compared to Pacquiao's.
Has a case for greatest fighter, pound for pound, who ever lived. Think about, by the way, I don't think he wins that argument. Sugar Ray Robinson is safely ensconced in that position. But Henry Armstrong, Muhammad Ali, Harry Greb, Sam Langford, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, whoever else you want to mention. Put Pacquiao's resume up to those guys. Bill James, the great baseball sabermetrician, had a way of ranking baseball players that I came across as a kid and thought, that's really smart. You have to rank them at their best and then also over the course of their careers. Because when you have that argument, are you talking about who accomplished the most or what heights did they reach? What peak did they reach? Take either for Pacquiao. Take his peak. Was it at 140 pounds when he obliterated Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, and then Oscar De La Hoya, though that was at 147? Was that Pacquiao's peak? Because remember, that's when the Mayweather-Pacquiao hype actually reached fever pitch. Oh my God, these are two of the best fighters we've ever seen, and they're both in their primes, in the same weight class at the same time.
Pacquiao's peak is often considered to be around the 140 to 147 pounds range, where he dominated top fighters in the sport. This period also marked the height of anticipation for a potential fight against Floyd Mayweather, as both were at their primes and in the same weight class. Kellerman points out that, at the time, he personally leaned toward Mayweather winning due to his natural size advantage. However, Pacquiao's ability to move up in weight and still remain competitive with the best in the sport only strengthened his case for being one of the greatest pound-for-pound boxers of all time.
Pacquiao, it's weird. Danny felt like a big brick. Pacquiao felt like a little brick. Okay? Now, the weird part is Pacquiao's hands just felt heavy. After the fight, I constantly was thinking, why did his fist feel like a rock? You know? It was like awkward, right? I was like, why did his fist feel so hard in the fight? You know? I was like, it was a little awkward. You know, I don't really care about that stuff that much. I mean, I could handle it. It wasn't devastating. It didn't really feel like plaster, but it felt like something. It felt like a rock. So I thought, like, does he do certain training? Does he do certain, does he build up calluses? Does he have more dense bone density in his hands? Did they do some Asian stuff? What did they do? Who knows, right? And then looking at the picture, I was like, damn, you know what? Pacquiao wore them old school Mexican Reyes.
Manny Pacquiao's remarkable longevity in boxing is a direct result of his unwavering commitment to intense training and discipline. Even in his 40s, he continues to push his limits, often training harder than he did in his earlier years. His routine is comprehensive, including cardiovascular exercises, strength training, and technical drills. A defining feature of his training is his daily regimen of several thousand sit-ups, a practice he began after losing to a body shot in 1999. After that defeat, he promised himself he would strengthen his midsection to avoid a repeat, showcasing his dedication and resilience. Pacquiao's training schedule is grueling, 6 days a week, with double training sessions in the morning and mid-afternoon on 3 of those days. Even outside of fight training camps, he stays active, frequently playing up to 4 hours of basketball a day. His belief in the power of hard work is clear. As he once said, "I work hard so I can fight easy." This approach not only keeps him in peak physical shape, but also inspires others, proving that age doesn't limit what you can achieve with the right mindset. Max Kellerman makes a compelling argument for Manny Pacquiao as one of the greatest pound-for-pound boxers in history, despite Sugar Ray Robinson's reputation as the top choice. Kellerman's case centers on Pacquiao's remarkable achievements across multiple weight divisions and the quality of his competition. Pacquiao made history by winning world titles in 8 different weight classes, ranging from flyweight to light middleweight, 39 pounds in total. This feat highlights his incredible adaptability and skill, especially when overcoming the size disadvantage against larger opponents. By contrast, Robinson's dominance was largely within 2 weight classes, welterweight and middleweight. Though his record of 174 wins and 109 knockouts is certainly impressive. Pacquiao's peak, likely around the 140 to 147 pounds range, saw him dominate some of the sport's best fighters. At this point, his rivalry with Floyd Mayweather was one of the most anticipated matchups in boxing, with both fighters in their primes. Kellerman notes that while he favored Mayweather to win because of his size advantage, Pacquiao's ability to move up in weight and still compete at an elite level only adds to his pound-for-pound legacy.
He's an interesting guy, man, because he's so friendly.
Right.
You know, like even like when people are trash talking, he's like smiling, and then he gets in that ring. different dude.
Right.
Once he steps through that ropes, like this is a whole different set of rules he's flying with.
Like Keith Thurman talking about you gonna crucify him and stuff like that, and he just
don't say that. Yeah,
okay.
And got crucified.
Yeah, but he's
I wish you the best
too.
Good luck in that fight.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for the next one.